I ramble a lot in this video and go on run-on sentences with next to no source or reason. If that pisses you off, then click off now. This is an autistic info dump/rant because I love this show. I don't know, just watch the damn video.
Dear Diary, go fuck yourself. Those are the opening lines to Netflix's show I Am Not Okay With This, which premiered in about 2020. I'm going off the cuff with this. I have no script. I just want to rant about this and then post it online so that somebody can fucking see this, so that I could be validated and vindicated in whatever the fuck I'm feeling right now, because I've rewatched this show like 7 or 8 times. I just got done rewatching it all in one day, today. What the fuck is going on with the I Am Not Okay With This show, story, all of that? So, to give a brief synopsis to anybody who doesn't know, it follows this girl, Sydney Novak, who's a high schooler in a, I believe, Pennsylvania town, and it's about her basically learning, oh, I have psychic powers. What do I do with this? Her dad's dead. Her dad, she thinks, had these psychic powers too. And so it follows Sydney, her best friend Dina, her other new friend that she meets at the start of the show, Stan, her younger brother whose name is Liam, he's a side character, but he's like kind of tangentially related, her mom, who's a driving force for the narrative, not really the show, if that makes sense. Like, her character is important, but like, she's not really relevant in the show, you know? Also, the antagonist, Jeff. Fuck Jeff. We hate Jeff. If you've seen the show. Anyways, it follows her throughout, you know, the course of, I'd say about a week. Like, the show does not take place for a very long time. It's literally like, I think Thursday, Friday of one week, the weekend, and then the next week goes on, and I think that it ends on a Friday. So literally the entire show takes place in 1 week, canonically. And it explores her, one, navigating like her relationships with her friends and stuff. She just moved to a new town kind of recently, but like she already knows some people, but not a whole lot of them. Navigates her, you know, like new sexuality with like realizing, oh, I like girls. You know, queer representation for a show, because Netflix loves to fucking pride itself on, oh, we have queer representation and all that bullshit, when they really don't. They like having characters that are gay, but they don't like telling stories that are about queer people or anything like that. Unless it's fucking Heartstopper, and then you're gonna get a bunch of fucking like filler bullshit that I could not give less of a fuck about. Fuck Heartstopper. Me and my homies all hate Heartstopper. And like they have some other shows with good queer representation and stuff, but like none of it's like actually real. There's no downsides to it. You don't have like anything bad happen to the characters. And honestly, most of the times that the relationships are shown, they're just pseudo heterosexual relationships, because like Netflix doesn't want to take the fucking chance and show like actual queer people being queer. But no, it like shows that. It also shows how, you know, like she is still, you know, a complex character. Sorry, my bangs are fucking atrocious right now. It shows how she's like a complex character, and you know, like she hooks up with Stanley Barber, her friend, and she realizes like, oh, this is what I want, which is insane for a show. You know, like it's a 7-episode show, 20-minute episodes. That's crazy. So much happens in that like 140 minutes, I think. 140 minutes? I don't know, cut that out. This might be edited. I don't know. I might add some like cuts here and there, but like it's literally just me talking. So much happens. It's based off of a comic series. I forgot the author. I'll probably put it on the screen if I choose to edit this video. And in the comic it ends completely differently. Spoiler warning, by the way. I'm kind of just rambling, so take this with a grain of salt. But no, in the comics, the story is practically the same up until about the last episode, where she kills Brad. By the way, Brad dies. She kills Brad. His head goes. And then she runs away and then kills herself with her powers in the same way that she did Brad. And like it's kind of different because she kills Brad because he did bad things to Dina. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. There's a fucking bug on my webcam. Anyways, no, he does that, so she kills him. He doesn't like expose her or anything. He does in the show. He calls her a slur, and he exposes her diary to like the whole school at the dance. And then she kills him because her whole thing is that her powers are controlled with rage. That's all well and good. I'm done summarizing the show now. The main thing that you need to know is it left on a cliffhanger. Which differs from the book, because in the book she kills herself. That's like a concrete ending. It's only 160 pages if I remember correctly. And like it's over and done with. It's a short story. That would have been fine for the show. If they had just done that, it would have been fine. But they went above and beyond and made a really fucking good show. And then it gets canceled. Then what? You like try to Google it. It only says, oh, this show was canceled after season 1 due to COVID and stuff like that. Great, well and good. Any update? Anything about the ending? To my knowledge, there's not even an actor released for the character of the Shadow Man. There's a Shadow Man in the story. I don't know. They like follow Sydney around, make her hallucinate. That's like a core plot of one of the episodes. She, well no, not hallucinate. She thinks that she's hallucinating because she thinks that she's crazy. I'm chewing. I'm eating trail mix. Fucking love trail mix. She thinks that she's hallucinating. She sees this Shadow Man who has like the power to, you know, like turn into shadows and then reappear. It's kind of vague. There's not an actor. He has two lines in the whole show, in the last episode, spanning less than 30 seconds. What the fuck is that? There is no update on like, oh, this is what the ending would have been if we could have done it. There's no, oh, you know, I know it was canceled, but it might get renewed or something. There was, oh, you know, I would love to do a novel on, you know, what I thought should have happened for the second season. None of that. But like, there are all these rumors floating around and stuff. And I know that Netflix doesn't want to say it, but they canceled it for a reason. And then Big Mouth gets 6 seasons. I know that it just got, like, ended. I don't give a fuck about that. It killed Inside Job. It killed I'm Not Okay With This. I fucking hate Big Mouth. There were so many other shows that went on for way longer than they should have, when actually good shows could have, you know, gone further. It was 20-minute episodes. You are telling me that you couldn't have done like an hour-long special to just wrap the whole thing up. That's like 3 episodes. We get Stranger Things season 5. Because yeah, let's give a fuck about Stranger Things season 5. Fuck you. Stranger Things is bullshit. I will have you know, I used to be a Stranger Things ride or die. If you come at me. Anyways, but no, like, where did this show go? There's no update about it. They say, oh, we had scripts written. Release them online. Dear fandom? Okay. Side tangent. There's a thing online, if you just picked up a computer and this is the first video that you see, hi, welcome to the internet, fuck you. There's a website called Fandom, where you can basically create a wiki page for your, like, media of choice. Video games, TV shows, movies, you name it, books even. And it's all community done, right? Tell me why this show that has such a big community, like everybody's like, oh my god, I know, okay, I love that show, blah, blah, blah. Where the fuck are you? Talk about the show. Okay, back on the thing. There's a thing in Fandom where a site is created and it's not maintained, and so you get like leftover demo pages from whenever you first create the site. That's on there. Like there's an events tab and they're not filled out. It's like there are so many events. Fill those out. That's like a nitpicking thing, but it shows me as someone who, you know, goes on these things. There's a game that I love, Rogue from 1984. It has almost no community. Nobody plays this shit. It's inspired like all roguelikes till now. Like inspired all of the roguelikes. Nobody gives a fuck about it. Sorry. There's a page for Lauren. Nobody gives a fuck about it. But that's reasonable because they're old, like DOS and home computer games from the 80s and 90s. This is a show that released in 2020 and has like millions of viewers. It was canceled. There was like a big outrage about it all in 2020. Everybody was like, oh, when's the new season coming out? When's the new season coming out? And then all of the fans disappeared off the earth. Like, if scripts could be released, if like a comic could get made, if the show could get renewed, which is a crazy ask. Like, that is something that probably would never happen in a million years. Scott Pilgrim got a reboot that was all animated because like they didn't want to film another one, which is fine. And it's like, you know, going back to the medium of comic books. The End of the Fucking World got a second season, and it like ended the story. The second season is really divisive and people don't know whether or not they like it or don't like it. That's fine. I would rather care for that than a cliffhanger for one of the biggest plot points that was driving the whole show forward. It's a little upsetting, you know? And it's not even like, oh, you know, it has to be this whole big thing. If they were just cut back, my dad just got home. Anyways, where was I? I kind of lost the plot. TLDR, upload scripts, give any mention of what the story was supposed to be. Because keep in mind, this was a cliffhanger. And writers are not stupid. Like, they don't want to make you think that they're stupid. and then they'll like write a cliffhanger and they don't know where they go after that, or like they completely drop plot points. The writers for this show are not stupid. Everything comes back. There is like things from episode 1 that come back, and it's a really good show. And so if they were to release like even drafts of scripts for season 2, if they were to make, you know, a whole mini series, like cast different actors, you know, like have the actors completely changed and no explanation as to why. Release a comic book or something, because it was originally based on a comic. Like, finish it somehow, just don't leave it how it is. Because not only is it disrespectful to the fans, it's disrespectful to yourselves.
You have disrespected this fine institution, and in doing so, you have disrespected yourselves.
But no, like, it is genuinely insulting that, you know, you have this piece of work that you love and that you care for, and that, like, you could tell everybody who's working on the show loved this show. Everybody, like, got along so well. The chemistry is great. The characters are funny. They're fleshed out. They're lively. Like, it's fun. The show has, like, a charm about it that you can't get by just, like, oh, I guess we gotta do this. Like, I know that they're actors, but you can tell everybody loves this show. And so, to leave it in the state that it was left in is, like, I don't know. It's upsetting to me, and to, like, so many other people. Like, I'm not the only one who thinks this, but I feel like I'm the only one in 2025 still thinking and talking about this. That being said, I have seen rumors that there is something happening July 2025, sometime later in 2025, something in 2025. Now, do I know what that is? No, because the internet is terrible at, like, actually giving me things about this show. Like, I searched Tumblr, I searched Reddit, I searched Twitter, like, all of it. The showrunner, who's the same guy who did The End of the Fucking World, tweeted about a photo book that recently released, and he's now doing the new Karate Kid movie, which is insane, by the way. That's, like, an insane career jump. But, like, there's still an interest in this show, and you can still tell that, like, everybody's pissed off that it was, you know, wrapped up prematurely. And even if you give us 5 minutes, no opening, no closing, the mysterious figure comes up, he says, Sydney's like, should I be afraid? No, they should be afraid. Let's begin. And then the new, like, 5-minute thing drops, and the mysterious figure, it's her dad's face, or it's a skull. It's like a shitty, transparent PNG of a skull. And he's just like, kill yourself now! And she's like, damn, you make a good point. And, like, her head fucking explodes or something. And then Stan is there, and he's like, what's the deal with airline food? And then everybody stands up and claps, and Brad's headless corpse stands up and is like, all jokes, guys, I'm not homophobic. I love gay people. And then Dina's like, I don't know what Dina would say. Dina's like, funny one-liner. And then, like, the show ends, and that goes on for, like, 5 minutes. That would be better than the cliffhanger that we got. And so I say, if there's anyone related, tied to, literally anything, this is probably gonna get, like, 5 views on YouTube. But I need it to be known that I put my voice out, and I said, give us a season 2 of I Am Not Okay With This. Or, I don't know, I'll end up like Brad. Peace.